Passport Bros. Let's talk about the Passport Bros. I've been watching this, and I guess I'm kind of a passport bro, but not really. But when just looking at the controversy behind these Passport Bros, you know, the one thing that I see that's blaring uh, observation is that these dudes they're not marrying any of these women when they go overseas. They're going over there, and a lot of these guys are going over there to be basically whores, you know. And I get it. I get why brothers are trying other women. It's okay, but let's just look at a couple of these. I want to look at some of these quick videos here.
Passport Bros. You guys want to hear a success story? Look what I pulled from the old country. Right? It's great. She doesn't even speak English, so I don't have to listen to her.
What?
Come on, man.
Did you hear what he said? He doesn't have to listen to her. Now that's the kind of dude that Western women getting upset over. That he's going overseas to find a woman. Come on, man.
So this is officially my life now. I'm around the most beautiful women in the world, arguably, in my opinion, the most beautiful. So this is officially my life now.
Now that's funny. See, and here's the deal. These TikToks are just some of them just funny, little short excerpts. But when you look at all of the videos, if you just go look at all these YouTube Passport Bro videos, and I look at a lot of videos of people that's in like Thailand, Vietnam, expats that have left the states and went overseas for various reasons. But a lot of it is because they're supposedly tired of Western women and their demands. But a lot of these cats that go overseas and that do this, I mean, probably the majority of them, they they go overseas because they're not necessarily your high value men. They're not necessarily even your medium value men. I mean, when these guys are here and they're talking about Western women and their demands, some of it is legit. I mean, there are some women that are just, they're flat out ignorant with what they're requesting. But the majority of women over here in the States, they're living the way that uh, you would expect a Western woman to live, and a Western woman would want her man to treat her. A lot of these guys, when they go overseas, you know, their small amount of money and income goes a lot further. If you're a guy making $3,000 a month in income, $3,000 a month here in the States, that ain't. You go overseas with $3,000 and you're living like a king. So a lot of these dudes that go over there, right? Their resources are kind of limited. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are. Their resources are limited. Then they don't necessarily want to be loyal to one woman. If you look at their videos, the majority, not all, the majority of them go over there either looking for sex tourism or they're looking to live over there, but they're not going to have one loyal woman. And Asian women are loyal, majority of them. And these guys are not the kind of guys that you would consider high value or even mid value guys, because their whole goal, a lot of them, not all, their whole goal is to see how many women they can run through. Like, these might not be the most uh, loyal, secure guy here in the States that a lot of women would want to have. Even though a lot of sisters do like to date the so-called bad boys. But these dudes are saying that, they want to be able to run through and with as many women as they can. Then they want that woman to also treat them like their king. And so a lot of these women, unfortunately, uh, they appear to put up with that. And personally, I think Asian women deserve a little bit better than that, to be honest with you. I mean, but when you over there and you have a certain standard, a guy, coming over there willing to move you into his place and have you there while he go and do whatever it is he do, uh, they accept that. That's just not acceptable here in the States. So a lot of these women are getting upset over guys that really is probably not the kind of guy that, you would really, or you should be going for anyway. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I mean, if you just watch the videos, the ones that are actually showing their YouTube channels, uh, they may be with one woman for 6 months, and then they'll go overseas to another country, and they'll be with another woman for 6 months or a year, or they have women in different areas. And no American Western woman is going to put up with that. And you damn sure not going to be able to put it on a YouTube video. That's not going to happen, bro. Yeah, that's not going to happen, bro. But let me say, I understand why guys decide that they don't want to mess with a certain race of women, certain ethnicity. Uh, I'm kind of a passport bro myself. I mean, after dating multiple and marrying multiple African American women, Americanized black women because they weren't Africans. But I decided that I'm not gonna do it anymore. And I started dating and married a Vietnamese Chinese woman who is from Vietnam. Uh, but yeah, I understand why they would do that. I mean, I tried dating a few sisters after getting divorced, and some of the stuff that they was coming up with was just insane. I mean, it was just insane. Like, it was way out of the dating 101 realm of reality. So I get it. I understand it. I understand why these guys go over there. But I think these guys that are going over there that a lot of these women are upset with, they're not the kind of dude that you really would want anyway, unless you're the kind of woman that, you want that drama. Again, not all of them, but I just don't see any of them going overseas and marrying these women. Very rare do you see one actually marrying an Asian, a German, a foreign woman. They just don't seem to do it. Not just the videos I'm watching. I mean, some of them even said that that's not what they're about. They're not trying to marry no woman, period. Well, until they get old and they need somebody to take care of them. That's another story. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of attention on these passport boys, and not all these passport bros, not boys, these passport bros, they're not the kind of dude that you would want to have anyway. A lot of them just aren't. Limited resources. Uh, their thought process is not about commitment. Their thought process is not about settling down. Their thought process is, I want a woman who's going to treat me like a king, but I'm not necessarily going to treat her like a queen. And they can get away with that overseas. I mean, I watch some of the videos, and some of these guys I really like, but you can't, you know, like you can't have a African American woman believe that because you're making videos for a living that you get to flirt and fraternize with all these other women, or you get to make comments about these other women's anatomy. The sisters just ain't gonna go for that shit, bro. It's just that simple. So a lot of these dudes, unfortunately, they're definitely womanizers. They're not trying to commit, and sisters, you know, they need some commitment from your ass, bro. You ain't finna go and just run through them, and that's just the reality. So I really think that it's wrong for a lot of these sisters. There's one viral video where this lady is really uh, putting down foreign women, and a lot of foreign women, they speak 2 or 3 languages. You know, they really are educated much better than U.S. women, believe it or not, and so that's definitely wrong. But these women that are getting angry with these passport boys, they need to just let the passport bros do what they want to do. I hate to keep calling them boys because these are grown ass men. You let them do what they're gonna do. You're gonna go overseas and find you a woman, that's fine. Majority of them are not finna marry those women. They finna do what they do. You know, you there's no woman in the U.S. is gonna let you come live with her, or she live with you. Then you take 20, 30 days to go to another country and do whatever it is you want to do. This is just not reality, man. The Western women aren't going to let you do that, because you wouldn't let them do that. I mean, in reality. So if you want to go overseas, there's women that they okay with that. I mean, and if they aren't okay with it, they're not going to say nothing about it because, uh, you're kind of what they're looking for. You know, you provide that little security, that better way of life, even though you don't have a ton of money. They're okay with that. But American women aren't. They never will be. They're never going to. You're not going to find women over here that are going to let you do that. That's just the reality of it. Right or wrong, they're not going to let you do that. If you want a woman that's going to treat you like a queen, I'm not talking about, for lack of a better word, the hood rats. I mean, there's some women that, they don't have a clue. But there's a lot of women, they know their worth, they know their value, and they aren't letting you do the things that you can get away with overseas. That's my take on the passport bros. When I see them starting marrying these women and actually making a commitment, all right, that's a dude you probably want to get upset over. You know, if he just out here dating and you see him wilding with multiple women, and even if you don't see it, you notice what he's doing. That ain't a person you should be getting upset over. You know, if he's only making $3,000 or $4,000 a month, that ain't the person you should be getting upset over, because that ain't gonna get it here in the States. That might be enough to take care of him, but it's not gonna take care of y'all. When you combine this little money with your money, it's always gonna be an issue. And so, and again, I'm not talking about all the passport bros. Some of these dudes legit have a legit concern. They go overseas, they meet a woman, they marry a woman. You can be upset over that one because you lost that one. But these other dudes, Uh, I mean, the majority of them end up coming back. And I mean, if you want to fight over that, okay. But again, you can consider me a passport bro. Uh, Except I didn't have to go overseas to find an Asian woman. I met one here, but I do understand why they do that. I mean, my experience with uh, sisters just didn't go well, but it wasn't because of lack of trying. It's just that it didn't go well, so well. But I wasn't trying to go overseas and mess with multiple women. You know, you got to get to a point where you look for somebody that's going to be there with you and for you, and that's the difference between passport boys and real men. I can understand why y'all get upset, but these passport bros, if they brought these women back to America with their incomes, with their resources, with their ability to earn income, I don't think they could cut it. I really don't. Very few of them have enough resources. Very few of them, not all of them. So some of them are really balling. Some of them might be making $10,000 a month with their income. Some of them into forex, they making a lot of money, but the majority of them couldn't feed themselves here in the States with their income. That's why they got the hell out of here. It ain't just the women. Women a big part of it, but these ain't your high value man. Stop tripping on them.